There are some strange goings-on at Stock Footage Community College and one of the most ridiculous Lifetime movies I've ever seen. Also known as Brutal Brainwash, from 2023, this is My Daughter's Deadly Roommates. I'm Jay Harangue and I've wasted hours of my life watching terrible films.
You should subscribe.
Yes, and please consider joining my Patreon where you can watch exclusive content. It's only $3 a month, but if you don't want to pay, there's one you can watch there for free. So sign up, the link's in the description, thanks. Right, so the film. This is Aubrey and she's the main character.
Hi.
She lives with her mum in this house that there's absolutely nothing wrong with, yet somehow we're expected to believe that they're poverty-stricken since Audrey's dad fucked off. Aubrey's really unhappy because she can't go away to college, so she has to attend Stock Footage Community College, where her uncle teaches. At least I think this is her uncle. They call him Uncle Jason, yet he looks at both mother and daughter like he wants to shag them.
Gross!
But more on him later. Her mum's like, Aubrey, remember to call Uncle Jason Dr. Fountain when you're at school? And she's like, yeah, okay. Due to budget restrictions, Aubrey seems to be one of about 5 students at this school, so it's pretty hard to make friends. But then this girl approached her and asked if she wants to join her sorority.
I don't know if a sorority's in the budget.
Sorry.
Yeah, no poor people allowed. But what's this? It looks like these two girls are collecting photos of poor people on their phones and sending them to their friend at home. This is Carter, and she immediately goes to the bookstore where Aubrey works to ask her if she plans to join a sorority.
I'm thinking about it.
Have you considered Greek life alternatives?
What do you mean?
She's like, I'm in a club and it's free.
Really? You're free?
Totally.
Carter tells Aubrey that she's holding a gathering tomorrow night at her place, and Aubrey's like, okay, see you there. But Aubrey doesn't want anyone finding out that she lives with her mum, because that's just too embarrassing. The next day after class, Luke, one of the other 4 kids at this college, approaches Aubrey and asks if she'd like to be his study buddy. She agrees, and he's really happy, yeah. That night, when Aubrey arrives at Carter's apartment, she sees this girl, Elle, staring nervously at the door as it opens. This is Sable, and she's Carter's roommate.
Hi.
And a member of the kinship.
Kinship?
Okay, already sounds a bit weird. They get inside and it's a pretty nice apartment for college kids. Then they're asked to hand over their phones.
Why?
We don't want any distractions when we're all together.
Anyway, they hand them over and they're introduced to 3 other members of the kinship whose names are irrelevant. They start drinking and dancing before they're asked to share their truths. By the way, there's the truth and then there are lies. If your truth doesn't match the truth, then you are a liar. Anyway, let's get back to the film.
Childhood was tough.
Yeah, I don't care. Elle then tells the group that she used to take drugs, but now she doesn't.
That is an incredible story.
Now it's Aubrey's turn. She tells the group that last year she had a crush on her teacher who was married.
Thank you for sharing your truth.
Oh, fuck off. The next day, when Aubrey's at the bookstore, her mum comes to take her to lunch. Carter asks Sable to follow Aubrey because she thinks she's hiding something. And there are no secrets in the kinship. Well, there are some secrets, but more on them later. Sable sees that Aubrey lives at home with her mum, so Carter goes round to bollock her.
We don't lie in the kinship.
It's not true.
Carter's like, why don't you come and move in with us? And Aubrey's like, yeah, okay, that sounds good. I suppose I have spent one whole evening with you. When Aubrey tells her mum she wants to move in with Carter, she's like, no, Aubrey, you hardly know this person. And Aubrey's like, I knew you were going to say that, mum, and storms off in a mood. Aubrey calls Carter, who convinces her to ignore her mum and just move in anyway. So that's happening. The next day, Aubrey meets Luke for coffee. Carter and Sable see them together, and they can't have this. Everyone in the kinship has to be single. But this is going to have to wait because they have Elle coming over this afternoon for what has to be the highlight of this film. The dark side of the kinship is revealed when they tell Elle it's time for her revenge task.
You never mentioned a revenge task.
I can't sleep with a professor.
I'm sorry?
Yep.
And why do they want her to do this?
Because Dr. Arthur failed Sable last semester.
Oh, so the punishment fits the crime. Good.
I almost got kicked out of school because of him.
Okay, I suppose I can see the logic.
Once you sleep with Dr. Arthur, he'll be one of us.
Great, so everyone's a winner. Ella spent one evening with these people. This is the second time she's met them. Why would she even consider doing this? Oh, that's right, because this is shit. She is doing it. Anyway, she's agreed to this, so it's off to see Dr. Arthur, who's in his classroom. And if she even thinks about deviating from the plan...
Sable will be watching.
Oh, here's Dr. Arthur. I can only assume that it's common knowledge around the school that he'll just sleep with any student who's up for it. I was expecting an 80-year-old man. This guy's in his early 40s. He's not going to risk his career to sleep with that. She looks like someone's put Don Cheadle's massive head on a 14-year-old girl's body. Anyway, Elle hears him on the phone to his wife talking about making chocolate chip cookies with his daughter, so decides she can't go through with it.
Wait, are you ill?
Then Elle runs round to Aubrey's mum's house.
Tell her to stay away from the kinship.
The kinship.
Is someone trying to hurt you? Tell her to stay away. Wait.
Naturally concerned, Aubrey's mum calls Aubrey and tells her what just happened. But Aubrey's like, whatever, mum, I'm busy. So that night when she brings Carter home with her, her mum ambushes her in the kitchen. She's like, Aubrey, some girl with a massive head came over earlier crying, saying something about staying away from the kinship.
What's the kinship?
Aubrey, don't you remember when I warned you about the kinship?
I don't know.
Aubrey's mum's like, whatever, kids. Aubrey, go to bed. But Aubrey's like, sorry, mum, you can't tell me what to do anymore. Come on, Carter, let's go and pack my stuff. So that's happening. While packing, Carter tells Aubrey to steal some migraine tablets from her mum's purse. When she comes back upstairs with them, Carter takes this photo. Aubrey's like, delete that, please. And Carter's like, okay. But secretly, she plans to keep it and use it against her. If you're wondering how that's going to work, you just have to accept that Aubrey could never bring herself to tell her mum that she borrowed some headache tablets.
What?
There is actually slightly more to that story, but it's too boring and I can't be asked to cover it. Anyway, back at the apartment, they've somehow got Elle to agree to come over again.
I don't see how.
This is ridiculous.
Sable drugs her drink and leaves her on the sofa unconscious.
He'll be here soon.
Who's he? Well, we'll find out later. In the room next door, Sable tells Aubrey that Elle was just angry earlier because she failed her initiation task.
Do I have to do one? Everyone does.
Meanwhile, in the next room... The next day, Aubrey's mum goes to see her at work. She's like, Aubrey, did you steal my migraine tablets? Aubrey thinks about admitting it, but then she sees she's being watched by the kinship. So she's like, whatever, mum, piss off. But Carter and Sable still don't fully trust Aubrey. So they get her phone while she's asleep and block her mum and Luke. The next day at work...
I didn't do it on purpose. I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah, it's really not that difficult. Anyway, Luke leaves in a mood. But Carter and Sable, who apparently have nothing else to do ever, are hanging around outside again.
Wait here.
She goes up to Luke and tells him that Aubrey really wants him to come to George's Tavern tonight for a party.
Come around 9. Surprise her.
He's like, yeah, okay, see you there. That night at George's Tavern, Carter's like, see that guy over there, Aubrey? That's my ex who ghosted me. Now go and hook up with him. Aubrey's like, no thanks. But Carter's like, if you don't do it, I'll send that photo to your mum. And she's like, oh, okay, I will then. So that's happening. But at 9 o'clock... Aubrey goes home with Carter's ex, ties him to the bed, takes a selfie with him and leaves. Then as soon as she gets home, she's pinned down and branded.
What?
Yeah, so now she's a fully initiated member of the kinship. Aubrey's mum's worried about how much time she's spending with the kinship, so she goes to see Uncle Jason.
You think Aubrey's in a cult?
I didn't say that.
No, but it was certainly implied. It's Aubrey's mum's birthday today, so in Aubrey's absence, Uncle Jason, aka Dr. Fountain, is eating pizza and watching movies with her. After touching her leg really weirdly and kissing her head, it's revealed that Uncle Jason is gay.
Okay.
Then a news report comes on the TV about how Elle has been found dead in a river.
That's the girl that came to warn Aubrey about the kinship.
So the next morning, they head straight to Stockfordshire Community College to speak to the expert on cults.
Professor Barr?
Hi, good to see you.
Good morning.
Hang on, that's Carter's ex.
This is my sister, Charlotte Stanton.
Yeah, nothing makes sense. Now, if you're going to hire someone to play the part of an expert in cults, I'd at least try and find someone who can pronounce the word cults.
My father, he was obsessed with cults. I guess you can say that my interest in cults is hereditary. Here's a list of articles on modern-day cults.
Aubrey's mum gets the police involved and they send over this woman whose uniform is about 4 sizes too big for her. She goes over to Carter's apartment to ask where Aubrey is, but as expected, once again, the useless Lifetime Police Department are outsmarted by a teenage girl. Aubrey's mum goes to see Aubrey at work and she's like, right, this has gone too far now, a girl's dead. Get your stuff, you're moving back in with me. And Aubrey agrees. So her mum takes her over to the apartment to pick up her stuff. Aubrey's taken to this abandoned warehouse and chained up. And oh look, it's Dr. Breyer or whatever his name is. And it seems the sole purpose of this entire operation was to get more girls to have sex with him.
Yeah.
Now, I know that colleges are big places, but was he not slightly concerned that after hooking up with her at George's Tavern, Aubrey may have seen him hanging around the school in a suit? It may be worth starting your sex cult away from your place of work.
Yes.
Anyway, he tells Carter to leave so he can get down to business. But what's this? Aubrey's mum's arrived and sees Carter through a hole in the fence. Then there's this fight. So she's dead.
Let her go! Mommy is crazy!
But Mum's not done yet.
No!
So he's dead.
Good.
At an unspecified time later, we see Aubrey making a speech to a load of students about her experience in a cult.
Thought that my speech and my story could help one of you.
Yeah. Oh, and she's back with Luke. So everyone's really happy. And that's the end of the film. So until next time. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. And please consider joining my Patreon. There's a link in the description. Thank you.